everyone, my name is Debbie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm a reseller. I've been reselling for 17 years and I absolutely love it. And this was probably the best thrifting week of my entire life. I found brands that I never thought I would find in my area. I found Ted Baker, Alice and Olivia. This is a Veronica Beard shirt that I found just today. This was my final day today of thrifting. It was absolutely amazing, just one thing after another. So my intention was I was going to do 5 short little hauls and film each day and then show you what I found and have a lot of little mini hauls, but it ended up being more than that and I'm so excited. I ended up purchasing this week, I had 5 hauls. I spent $504.78. I got 64 items. I spent a total of 7 hours and 14 minutes shopping. I estimate, based on sold comps, and this is conservative because I never want to overinflate how much I think I can sell things for, so it's probably actually more than this. I estimate that I should sell these items for anywhere between $2,309 and $2,738. So what I'm going to do is I have video clips from each day, then I'll show you the haul from each day, and I will tell you on each item based on sold comps how much I expect to get for the item. Then after that, I'm going to go through and make videos. I'm going to do one where I show you how I research and learn about everything, how I price everything. I'm going to do another one using items from this haul, showing you how I photograph the items. Then I will do another video showing you how I list the items, and then I'll do one on shipping. I can take you along on the entire process. So we will get started with day 1. There are a couple days that are really quick days where I only had a few minutes, and then there are a couple days that I spend a couple hours. And if you're new here and like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell down below, it will let you know when I release new videos. Okay, so let's get started. Was a really quick Goodwill trip. 13 minutes inside the store. I found this sweater. It's called Rosanna, and it says Rosanna Woman, and it's a 2X. I looked it up because of the size. It was 100% wool, and it just looked really nice. And according to the comps, I think I should be able to sell it around $30 to $40. And then I found another one that looked vintage. It has all these Christmas trees, and the tag looked interesting to me again. It is called Just Be, and the comps looked great on that. I think I can get probably anywhere between $35 and $45 on it. This sweater was $6.50. This one was half price. It was only $3.25. And these look like some work boots. The comps looked great. They say Belleville on the side, and they also have Vibram soles. And I think these should probably sell for around $40 to $50, and they cost $12.99. It is day 2. Let's go inside Goodwill and see what we can find. I often start out in the jackets, and sometimes I have to look through quite a few before I find one to purchase, and that one looked really cool, very 80s or 90s, and I thought for sure I would purchase it, but when I looked up the comps, the sell-through rate just was not good enough, so I ended up putting it back, and I continue to look through just a lot of different brands that I might pick up at the bins, but not at the regular Goodwill prices. And then I see in the background a jacket with lots of beading. I looked that one up and it was great, so I ended up taking it home. Okay, today I found 11 items. I spent $60.84, and it took me 1 hour and 55 minutes in Goodwill to find these items. The first item that I found, I went over to the blazers and I looked through the entire row of them and only brought one of them home. This one I looked at because there was a lot of beading and I thought it was just beautiful. The shell is 100% silk, size medium. I had not heard of the brand. Lawrence, what is that, Kaiser? I estimate according to the sold comps that I should be able to sell it for anywhere between $35 and $40. Then I got a few hard goods. I love going over to the hard goods. And this is a set of really pretty glasses. And I was able to find exact comps on these. They are in the box, which is really nice. I looked at all of them. I didn't see any chips or cracks, and they cost $10. So I should be able to sell those for $39.99 plus shipping. Then the next one was a crystal bowl, and I didn't find a brand on this, but it's really heavy crystal. It's etched, it's beautiful, and I've sold things like this before, and I just put that there are no markings on it, but it's very heavy. I'll put how much it weighs, and it only costs $4.19, and usually something like this will sell for about $40. Then the next one, I recognize this because I've sold something by this brand before. This is a platter that says Grill Master, and it is by the brand Mud Pie, and I've had success with that brand before. Some of the comps are really good on this brand, so that's a great brand to look out for. And then this one I picked up because it looked hand painted, and I couldn't quite see the information because it was covered with a price tag, but it was only 99 cents, and I could see Italy and hand painted, and so I thought it's worth a 99-cent gamble, and I think I can sell it for at least $30. Then a new rack came out, and this dress was on it, and I had never heard of Hello Molly. It's Hello Molly size 8, and I thought it was just a really pretty dress. Well, the comps look really good on this brand, so I learned a new brand, and I think this will sell for about $40 to $45, and it costs $5.69. Then the next one, this one was a little bit wild. It is a Ralph Lauren. The reason that I picked this up is because of the colors, the paisley, and most importantly, size 2X. I paid $5.99, and I think I should be able to sell it for at least $30 to $35. Then I always look in the sleepwear because sleepwear seems to have a really good sell-through rate for me. It was a new brand, but I looked it up because it said made in the USA, and so I thought it could be vintage. And look how pretty it is. It's a white satin long dress, and I paid $4.69, and I figured that I should be able to sell it for at least $25 to $35. Then the next one is a good old Victoria's Secret pajama set, and this is 2-piece. It's a dark red snakeskin type print, and it looks in excellent condition. It has an elastic waist and a drawstring, which is nice, and so I found several comps for this exact pajama set, and based on that, I think I should be able to sell it easily for $20 to $25. And the last thing, it might be October, but if I find a good pair of shorts, I'm still going to pick them up. And this is a pair of Levi's 501s, and they are button fly, and they're a high rise, and they have the frayed hem. And the comps on these look excellent. Some of them are really high, but going middle of the road, I should be able to sell these for $30 to $40, and they only cost $4.69. And I don't think they'll make it to summer. I think that they will sell before summer, so you'll have to watch my what sold videos and see if I'm correct, but I really feel like they will sell earlier. Okay, so for this day, I spent $60.85. I think I should be able to sell everything from, on the low end, $340 to the high end, $437. So I'm very happy with this day of shopping. Day number 3, I was back in the Oklahoma City metro area, and I found a Goodwill in Moore, Oklahoma. I only had about 20 minutes, but when I went in, a new rack had just come out, and so I found a pair of American Eagle jeans, which I love selling them. I found Stuart Weitzman shoes for the very first time, and I actually put them back because they were priced a little bit higher. I think they were $20, but they were half off. But the sell-through rate on those specific ones was awful. So I decided I did not want to buy them to have them sit, so I put them back. I did not end up getting that Harry Potter shirt. I would pick it up at the bins in a heartbeat, but it was like $3.59. I didn't think it was worth it for the return on investment. And then I found this jacket. I thought it was really cool and excellent condition. It looked vintage. I love things with plaid linings, and the sell-through rate was good, so I took that home. Hi guys. Okay, this is day 3 of running into the thrift store. I was back in Oklahoma City again, and I only had 20 minutes, and I found 4 items, and I spent a total of $35.98. And I went into the store. They had a boutique area, which was new, and so they had all these items that they had priced up higher, and this was one of them. It is a vintage gold label Victoria's Secret shirt, and it has these ruffles and it's sheer, and it was marked $9.99, which I would not have paid that for it. However, red was the color of the week, and so I thought, well, for $5, I think I might look up comps on that. I can probably sell it for around $30. And then I found this shirt, and I thought it was just beautiful. Melissa Page Petite, and it is brand new with tags, and I looked at comps and they were all over the place. However, I thought I really like this. I would like to keep it, so it was worth it to me to get it with the thoughts that maybe I would possibly keep it. Then a new rack came out, and this jacket was on it. Misty Harbor Anytime Slicker, and the interior is a nice warm flannel red plaid, just excellent condition, and so I think I can probably sell this for around $35 to $40. One of my favorite brands to sell, American Eagle, and these are men's, and they have on them Air Flex Plus. It says athletic skinny. It has a lot of distressing, and underneath there's darker material. I paid, that's $8.59, but I think I can probably sell them for $30 to $35, so I think that's good. So that's what I picked up on day 3. Okay, when I looked at my receipt, I realized I had 5 items. I had hung this one up already. This is a J. Crew vintage sweater. I was so excited when I found it. Look at this vintage tag. This is one of the first J. Crew tags, and I looked up about the tag, and on Vintage Fashion Guild I found information on it. I found some amazing sold comps, and I think I can sell this one for anywhere between $50 to $65 at least. I'm going to start out at like $100, and for the total for the day is I should be able to sell these 5 items for somewhere between $165 and $195. Okay, we are on day 4. I am back in my hometown, and this was an amazing day. I started out in the men's section, and right before I started filming, I found several really good shirts. If you look in my basket, you'll see that plaid in the background. That is a Ralph Lauren wool blend flannel, and it has elbow patches, so nice. And then I went through the suit jackets because although I can sometimes skip them because I think they're such a pain because they require so many measurements, they are often an excellent return on investment. So it is always worth my time when I do go through that area. And I found several great buys, and it's good to look at the fabric content. If you find things with wool, cashmere, silk, those are all good things to look for. So I did find several. And then what I do is I find an area where I can sort through everything that is in question that I haven't looked up comps yet. So I found a couch, and I made a yes pile and a no pile. I just lay the things right out there and use Google Lens to look up information on each item. That was a soft surrounding skirt. I was able to find the exact skirt. I went in and looked at a couple of listings, and then most importantly, I wanted to check sell-through rate. I wanted to check the sell-through rate on eBay because that's typically where I have sold soft surroundings items. And if you notice at the bottom, them, there were 12 currently listed and 14 had sold in the last 90 days. So more had sold than are listed, so that is an excellent sell-through rate. So I did decide to purchase that skirt. Then I just organized my items. The items on the left I'm keeping. I take off all the hangers so that the checkout process goes smoothly. The items on the right are the ones that I decided not to purchase, so I return them to their places. Okay, this was one of, or maybe my best Goodwill hauls ever. Today I spent $241.22 on 23 items, and it took me 2 hours and 14 minutes. First thing that I found when I came in was this polo by Ralph Lauren. It is a wool blend. It's just really nice. I looked over it to make sure there weren't any holes in the wool, and it is just a nice, heavy shirt. So I think this should go for around $50 to $60, and I paid $7.69 for it. And this is a vintage V-neck Argyle sweater. The brand is Lord Jeff, and it says 80% DuPont Orlon, 20% fine wool made in the USA. I don't even know what Orlon is, so I will look that up. Very nice, and I paid $6.19, and this should sell between $35 and $40. And then look at this sweater. Isn't this nice? And this is the tag. If you see anything that looks like this, it's usually worth looking up. And this is what is it? Norlander, and it says pure new wool. These sweaters tend to do very well. I paid $6.19, and I think this should sell for at least $40 to $50. And this was a brand that I had sold before, so I was familiar with it. I saw the elbow patches, it's corduroy, and the brand is Pioneer Wear, and it is a size 42, and I paid $6.79, and I am sure it will sell for at least $50. Then sometimes vintage tweed jackets can go really well, and this is cool. It had a handkerchief in it, and it is a clean handkerchief, but sometimes I find really neat old embroidered handkerchiefs in old suit jackets, so I think that's neat. Woodmere, and so I think that should sell for around $30 to $40. And on the blazers, I paid $6.79 for the blazers. And then this nice jacket, again, elbow patches are great things to look for. I picked this up because it probably retailed very high, and it is Ralph Lauren, and the material is what caused me to pick this up. It is a silk, wool, and cashmere blend, and just nice color. The fabric is just amazing, and so I think it should sell for at least $40 to $50, and again, $6.79. Then another Ralph Lauren jacket, and this one is also a cashmere blend. This one is a wool and cashmere blend, and it is size 46R. And look at that paisley lining, just a very nice navy blue suit jacket. So that one I put should sell for at least $40 to $45. Then Woolrich, and this is made in the USA. And so I like to look at the tag and make sure it is wool and made in the USA. And I found exact comps for this shirt. And this is a size large, so good size. I paid $5.99 for it, and it should sell for at least $35 to $40. And then I found this brand, and cowboy boots are really good in this brand, Larry Mahon. And so when I saw this button-down shirt, I thought, I'm going to look that up, and it had a good sell-through rate. I often avoid button-down shirts because they can have a horrible sell-through rate, but this one had a good one. And so I paid $5.99, and it should sell for $25 to $30. Picked this up because this is a good brand, Southern Tide, and I looked up the exact exactly what it said. The skipjack, it is the size 2XL, which is a great size, and it is made of Pima cotton and elastane, so nice fabric, and it had a great sell-through rate, and I paid $5.69, and it should sell for $25 to $30. And then these were half off. Oh, they were marked $5.69. Nobody had picked them up yet, so they went to half price. These are Polo Ralph Lauren new with tags, and they're a chambray. But look at those big pockets. So I thought that was cool. So I thought I would pick these up, and they're a good size 36 by 30. So I think these should sell for at least $30 to $35, and they didn't even cost $3. Then the next one is a brand that was new to me, but it had a lot of embroidery. When there's a lot of embroidery, I tend to look it up. It looks like Velzera, size medium, and it was new with tags. It had a tag. Uh-oh, it fell off somewhere. Huh. Well, I used the information to look it up, so it did have a tag, but it is a cute little dress, and it was $8.59 according to comps. I think it should sell for around $25 to $30, and it must have been just a little hang tag that just fell off. Well, if I can't find it, I'll list it as new without tags because I know it had a tag on it. So super cute. Then the next one, I have never found this brand before, but I watch and listen to what sold videos all the time, and I've heard people say Resell before, and I remembered that that was a good brand. So when I saw it, I picked it up. My phone had already died, but I was like, I know I've heard people say that's a good brand. Got home, I was able to look it up, and I knew it wouldn't be worth as much because it was sleeveless, but I knew it was a brand to look out for, so I thought it was worth a risk to spend $4.69, and I think it should sell around $25, so, you know, that's still great. Then I found this dress, and it felt like linen, so I looked at it and it was linen, and I thought it was so pretty. And this is the brand Jules, and it's a great size. It's a US 12, and it came from Dillard's also. It was regularly $109.95, and I was able to find this exact dress, and it sells really well. I love picking up linen, and I paid $8.59, and I think it should sell between $45 and $50, and it might not sell right away because it's more spring, but that's okay. I'm good with picking it up now, and it's selling in the spring. This one was awesome. This is a vintage nightgown. It is Saybury. I paid $4.69, and it is a seersucker nightgown, like housecoat type dress, and it has pockets, and it zips down the front, and I love picking things up like this. I never hold on to them long. They usually sell very, very quickly. I will be surprised if I have this for longer than a month. And I saw a comp on it for $50 plus shipping, and then there were some that were a little lower. I think I can get at least $30 to $35 for it, and I paid $4.69. Then another one. This one doesn't sell as high, but it is in excellent condition. I've sold it several times before and always sells quickly. Anthony Richard, so it is vintage also, and it's just this pretty little snap front nightgown, and I have a list of words that I use for these. Some people put house coat, robe, nightgown, gown. So I usually put a string of different words that apply to these little nightgown tops, and they go very well. Then I picked up a pair of, oh, did I say how much on that? That one should sell between $20 and $25. So not a ton, but it's easy, and I like selling those. Then I picked up a pair of Victoria's Secret pink. These are the ultimate leggings, and I like these because they have the color blocking. They say pink on the side. They have side pockets, which I love in leggings, and they are an excellent size. They are a size large, and I think if these were an extra small, I would only expect to get $15, but being a large, I think that I can get at least $25 to $30 for them. Then Nike, I love selling Nike. It might not sell for a ton of money, but it's very nice. I mean, it feels like it's practically new. It says Nike running, dry fit, size extra large. It's a good size and just nice. I just love selling Nike. It's just kind of a staple. And I paid $5.99 and I think it should sell for at least $20 to $25. Then I picked up another Ralph Lauren piece, and I am picky about which Ralph Lauren pieces, but this is a good one. It is a size 2X, and it has on the collar the Ralph Lauren. So, boy, that light makes it look really faded out. It doesn't really look like that. The color is still very nice, black with gray stripes, and so that one I paid $6.19, and it should sell for between $20 and $25. Then I found this on a new rack that rolled out, and I like long denim skirts, and this one I thought was just pretty. Look at the pleating. I think that's a really cute skirt, and I was so excited when I saw it was the brown soft surroundings. I've had really good luck with soft surroundings. It has pockets, and so I found some comps that were pretty good. I paid $5.69, and I think it should sell between $25 and $30. So I was really happy with what I got, and I was going to check out, and there were some dresses behind the counter, and I noticed they had a red tag on them, which is 50% off, and often they'll put more expensive things behind the counter. So I asked, what brand are those? And so one of them was Alice and Olivia. I saw this dress and I thought, wow, that is just a beautiful dress. It has a deep V, it has a leather collar that stands up, and it is brand new with tags. Alice and Olivia, $368. Well, they were asking $99.99, and it was down to the half price day, and nobody had purchased it yet. And so I thought, boy, I would be willing to pay $50 for that, plus it's my size, and if it doesn't sell, I would love that dress. That is beautiful. I paid $50 for it, and I think I can get between $120 and $150 on that, and that's so nice. It might be a higher investment, but it's so nice when you make $50 on one item. So it's really nice to have those type of sales also. So I was super excited about this brand because I have had luck with this brand before, selling really high. Then my phone died, and I knew I had had success with Alice and Olivia, and I knew I would wear it if for some reason I was off and it just wasn't worth anything. I thought, I'm willing to pay $50 to have that dress myself. So it wasn't really a risk. My Goodwill does not have returns. But I also saw this dress back there, and I thought it was gorgeous. And it was Ted Baker, and I've never found Ted Baker before. And look at the detail on it, the embroidery, and look at the back. It is just absolutely gorgeous. But I was like, you know, I don't think I would really have the occasion to wear that one. It was marked $95.99, and I thought, I don't want to risk it. I don't think I would actually wear this dress, although it's beautiful. And so I thought, okay, I'm not going to get that one. Well, my phone was dead, so I couldn't look it up. So I get in my car, and I plug in my phone, and I'm driving down the street, and I'm like, what if that dress is worth $200? Ted Baker. I've never had Ted Baker before. So I pull over into a gas station. I look up comps, and they look great. And so I turned around, went back, and got the dress. I rushed back. My heart was pounding. I thought, what if somebody got it in that short amount of time? But there it was, hanging up back behind the counter. And the girl was so sweet that checked me out, and she was glad that I came back and purchased it. It was half of $95.99. So I looked up comps, and I think I should be able to sell this for between $150 and $175. So I was so happy with that haul. I added everything up. I spent $241.22 on 23 items, and on the low end, I should sell everything for $935, and on the higher end, when I gave you those numbers, the low end and the high end, the low end is $935, the high end $1,105. So I am really excited about this haul. That is everything from this haul, and we have one more to go. Okay, we are going to break here because I know my video is too long to be able to upload into one video. So we're going to break here, and then I will have part 2 come out where I have my last day, and then I will give you a summary of everything. So don't forget to come back and watch the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.